Oh my God, you guys, everybody come through. Let those notifications go out right now because listen, I have not, I have not read the lawsuit yet. I have the lawsuit here, and I'm already in my mind thinking, oh my God, let me put that on pause. Oh my God. Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Let me shout out Danny Robertson who came through. Oh, no sound? Really? No sound? Hold up. Testing. It says I have sound. Muted. Muted. Can y'all hear me? Sound is fine. I know it says I have sound. Are you sure you're not, your sound is not off? All right, y'all can hear me? Okay. Let me know. Kraken, I think you might be muted, girl. You had me going crazy. I was like, muted, muted, muted. We're about to get into it, guys. We're about to get into it. Thank you. Go out and come back in the channel. Yes. Let me let the people know that we are live. We live now. Listen, I am in shock a little bit because this was not news that I expected to get. So Diddy is suing Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell Kidd. Now, let me give you guys a little rundown from the top of my head of what I'm like so far, what I know about the situation. Okay. Courtney Burgess came out, I want to say a couple months ago, to the Sean Atwood channel. Okay. Some of you guys might be subscribed. All right. Sean Atwood, he came out to the Sean Atwood channel and he said that he had in his possession tapes. Some of them involved minors. He said a lot of things and he said some stuff about Diddy. Now, he didn't just come out alone. Courtney didn't. He also came out with a lawyer by the name of Ariel Mitchell Kidd. Ariel Mitchell Kidd also did some interviews on the Sean Atwood show. So you had Courtney Burgess, and at some point when he was doing these interviews, okay, because again, he is somebody who apparently had tapes, knew what was going on, knew what was up. Sometime in that same week, he also gets subpoenaed, I guess, or something to that effect, and he has to go testify as a witness to the grand jury. So Courtney's going over there, apparently giving evidence to. We're like, well, what kind of evidence does he have? It left a lot. This man, Courtney Burgess, did a lot of this and no receipts. And no receipts. Exactly. If you have, I have not even read, like, I've looked here and there, but I haven't really read the lawsuit. So we're going to read it. And I figured we could have a real reaction because I said I want to read it with my people. Listen, he did a lot of this and a lot of this and a lot of this. And so now what did he do? He said, nah, I'm going to come back and sue you. You and your little attorney too. That's what they did. Both of them. Both of them, both of them, both of them. Oh, I am just like, I was in shock because, first of all, to think that Diddy would sue behind bars. Behind bars. Yes, Leah, say it. He's the king of no receipts. I really wish the people, let me just say this. There has been this trend, okay? And the shit that I've been calling out, and you guys know that I've been calling this out because I said this is really driving me crazy. There has been this trend of quote unquote truth tellers, okay, with no receipts, meaning they tell a story of a situation that they went through and they expect everybody to believe it. They expect everybody to join in whatever band, whatever algorithm is happening. And none of those people bring receipts. And you kind of have to sit back and wonder, well, damn, as a what's the word? As a YouTuber, right? As a person who's on the YouTubes, I personally don't want to get caught up on that, right? But I can understand where some of this is very salacious. And from the get, Mr. Courtney Burgess has never brought one receipt. And I have challenged that, along with the other people in the circus that are in the same circus. I mean, y'all can we can agree to disagree because I haven't seen any receipts from the other folks too who say that they are also truth tellers and exposing the industry. Hell, not even one picture with Diddy. So I don't know. You know what I mean? This ain't the 90s. You have to show proof nowadays. Exactly. And you notice Justin Bieber never denied anything that happened to him. Let's get into this lawsuit because for the first time, it's another one, but it's not actually on Diddy. Diddy is going after someone. Like that's the crazy part that I'm like, you're behind bars and you're actually going after someone.
Another one, another one, another one, another one.
This man, oh, what do y'all think about this? Think about it. Diddy is actually suing from behind bars.
Another one, another one, another one, another one.
I cannot. I'm letting this consume. Letting this consume. Let's get into this. Let's get into this lawsuit and where it is. Here it is. So this is Sean Diddy Combs, and he's suing Courtney Burgess and Ariel Mitchell Kidd. Night Charm, your favorite attorney. I'm thinking about Night Charm. And also Nexstar Media. So plaintiff Sean Combs, by and through the undersigned counsel, Tremont LLP, for his complaint against Courtney Burgess, Ariel Mitchell Kidd, Nexstar Media, collectively defendants. Here are the nature. Here are the acts. This is what's happening. Beats him, but it's not. This time Diddy is suing from behind bars. Like I can't get this over my head. Y'all are gonna laugh at me later, but I mean, I just can't. I can't. All right. Thank you. Shout out to Vicky who says, yeah, two things can be true. He's a monster and two people were talking recklessly, possibly tainting a jury pool. You kind of have to wonder, right? If you're doing all these interviews and getting paid and doing the most, you kind of have to wonder, who the hell are you truly working for? Anyways, let's read this. Nature of the action. This case is about defendants' willful scheme to fabricate and broadcast outrageous lies concerning Mr. Combs, and then to leverage those falsehoods to gain social media fame, enrich themselves, and strip Mr. Combs of his reputation, livelihood, and right to a fair trial. Well, first of all, let me just say this. I don't know about the reputation. The livelihood is behind bars, but I will say this, that there is this stripping of a fair trial happening, in my opinion, from the circus. If anything, you said pot. Look at, shout out to Kraken. Pot kettle. Beautiful Messy Ball says, remember, lawsuits aren't evidence, and we don't know what anyone gave to the feds as grand jury till underway. That's true. Very, very true. That's true. Hey, by the way, love, shout out to you. Thank you for being a member for 18 months. Thank you, love. It's true. Let's keep going, okay? So, social media propagandists, including but not limited to defendant Burgess and Mitchell, have for months been fueling a media frenzy, fabricating outlandish claims and stirring up baseless speculation about Mr. Combs, vying to outdo each other in a shameless competition to draw attention to themselves with no regard for the truth. In this pitiful spectacle, all pretense of objectivity has been abandoned as a global audience feasts at the all-you-can-eat buffet of wild lies and conspiracy theories. Defendants are among the worst perpetrators in this offensive scenario. They eagerly court every opportunity to broadcast blatant falsehoods, pretending they have proof that Mr. Combs engaged in heinous acts, knowing that no such proofs exist. As a result, millions of people have come to believe in made-up evidence the defendants have falsely described and vouched for. Oh, the torrent of lies and the immeasurable harm prejudice is causing to Mr. Combs must stop. Defendant Burgess falsely claimed that he possessed videos of Mr. Combs involved in sexual assaults of celebrities and minors. And yes, he did say that. Because even myself and others reacted to this. Yes. And we said, how come he hasn't turned this over to the feds? Why is this content? Like, why hasn't this been turned over to the feds? I don't get it. And I know I'm not the only one who said that. Half of you guys in the chat said the same thing, right? Okay. Burgess repeated his false claims many times to anyone who would listen, including reporters for major news outlets, including News Nation, which recklessly repeated and amplified his lies as if they were true. News Nation, y'all got called out on this lawsuit. News Nation, somebody call Banfield. Say Banfield. Girl, they're calling you on this lawsuit. Let's keep going. Thus, Burgess' baseless lies were rebroadcasted on social media and traditional media platforms that reach millions of views in the United States abroad. His attorney, Mitchell, repeated those lies. Like Burgess, Mitchell knew that her client's claims were false, or at a minimum, were utterly reckless in disregarding their falsity. Because no such tapes exist. But what did the grand jury collective know tapes exist? Huh? What did the grand jury collective know tapes exist? That's what I want to know. Because no such tapes exist, and because Mitchell never saw any tapes depicting Mr. Combs sexually abusing anyone, adult or minor, Mitchell's many false assertions that Burgess possessed such tapes were either knowingly, blatantly falsehoods or reckless false statements made as the direct result of Mitchell's inexcusable failure to investigate her client's outrageous lies. Now, hold up. I remember, and this happened in News Nation too, and this happened in other platforms, she was asked about whether she saw a tape or not. She said she saw a still shot of something, and she didn't receive anything directly. But let's keep going. Burgess peddled his falsehood and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs to promote himself on social media. Mitchell did the same. Both seek to capitalize on the resulting publicity for financial gain. Together, Burgess, Mitchell, and News Nation have caused profound reputational and economic injury and severe prejudice to Mr. Combs. In this action, Mr. Combs seeks money damages, including punitive damages, for the harm the defendants' false and defamatory statements have caused. Hold up. Is he suing News Nation too? Let me stop. This is page 2. Let me double check this. Is Nexstar Media Inc. News Nation? Let's do a little quick Google search. Nexstar Media Group. Yeah. So he's suing News Nation too, y'all. Banfield. That's Banfield, right? Wow, I'm in shock, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, like, it's one thing to sue them, but to sue News Nation, I'm in shock. The shock is in me. Like, wow. Okay. All right. The parties, okay? Plaintiff Sean Combs is an individual who presently resides in Brooklyn, New York. Well, he's incarcerated right now, so really he doesn't reside there. Defendant Courtney Burgess is, well, hold up. Yeah, because he's locked up in the MDC, so he is in Brooklyn, New York. Defendant Courtney Burgess is an individual who, upon information, believe is a resident of South Carolina. Ariel Mitchell Kidd is an individual who, upon information and belief, is a resident of Miami, Florida, and conducts business in New York. And defendant Nexstar Media is, upon information and belief, a Delaware corporation with a business address in Texas. So jurisdiction, the court has subject matter jurisdiction, yada, yada, yada. Hold up. I'm going to see how much I can get into this. The court has personal jurisdiction over defendants because they were present in New York when they made the false and defamatory statements that injured Mr. Combs, because they direct their false and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs to individuals in New York, among other places, because they harm Mr. Combs in New York, among other places, because defendant Mitchell does business in New York, and because defendant Nexstar Media Inc. conducts business in New York, including through the filming and distribution of programs News Nation in New York. So Nexstar Media is News Nation. So he's also going after News Nation. Wow. Venue is proper in this court, which is because a substantial part of the events giving rise to Mr. Combs' claims occur in the Southern District of New York, okay, along with all the other lawsuits, including the publication of defamatory statements. Mr. Combs has been damaged in his business and enjoyment of fundamental rights in this district. Well, okay, factual background. Let's get into the weeds of this. Let's get into the weeds of this, okay? Sean Combs became famous for his extraordinary and historic achievements as a musician and music producer, hip-hop impresario, record label owner, fashion innovator, icon, path-breaking spirit entrepreneur, and committed philanthropist. I just read a whole freaking resume here. Mr. Combs is among the most accomplished businessmen of his generation. Okay. In September 2024, Mr. Combs was indicted in the Southern District of New York on federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges. Mr. Combs entered a plea of not guilty to those charges on September 17, 2025. And unequivocally denies the charges against him and is preparing to contest the government's evidence, such as it is at trial beginning May 5th, 2025. Mr. Combs has faith in the integrity of the judicial system and is confident the jury will acquit him. Oh, man. Okay. Defendant Burgess has been described as a one-time industry bit player and a fringe character. In recent months, seeking to capitalize on the media's appetite for celebrity scandal, Burgess has gone to great lengths to invent and publicize outrageous falsehoods about Mr. Combs. In media interviews, Burgess claims that he worked in the music industry for decades, yet there exists no public record of any professional achievements. He left no detectable footprint on the industry prior to his recent campaigns to malign Mr. Combs. His malicious conduct, which according to the New York Times has only amped up the circus frenzy surrounding Mr. Combs' case, is intended to garner publicity profit for the attention surrounding Mr. Combs' legal proceeding. Let me stop right here. Real quick. This is interesting that they say this, that he has no public record of any professional achievement. And I agree. When Courtney Burgess went on the Sean Atwood show and he said that he helped wrote one of Tupac's songs. One that's been like well known that he did not have anything to do with. Okay? He said it. There's nothing. There's no accolades. There's no awards. The guy is awardless, like no awards of anything, just like J-Lo. No credits other than, just taking from people's stories and music and stuff like that. He didn't do nothing. He's got nothing in his background, y'all. But let's keep reading, okay? Burgess has never met Mr. Combs and has never had any relationship in any Mr. Combs family, in anyone in Mr. Combs family. Nevertheless, Burgess has claimed on multiple occasions that Kim Porter, the mother of the 4 children with Mr. Combs, who died in 2018, provided him with a copy of her memoir and videos depicting Mr. Combs sexually assaulting inebriated celebrities and minors. Oh my God. Those close to Miss Porter, including her children and a roommate for over 20 years, had never heard of Mr. Burgess before he made this utterly implausible and completely false claim. Nothing. This man said that he knew him, that there was tapes of him, that they had evidence. See, this is that put up or shut up time. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, baby K, yes, at this point, put up or shut up. That's kind of where we're at right now with this situation, because I don't know how you get away with this. I don't know. But let's keep reading. Okay. Yet Burgess has made this false claim numerous times to the press and in social media appearance. In one such interview broadcasted October 31st, 2024 on the Outwood at Unleash. Oh, Sean Atwood his channel's being mentioned here. In one such interview broadcast October 31st, 2024 on the Atwood Unleash YouTube channel, Burgess elaborated on his false claims that he received these materials directly from Kim Porter. He did. Host Sean Atwood, whose YouTube channel boasts 946,000 subscribers, including upon information and believe numerous subscribers in New York, as Burgess, upon information believe, must have known, introduced Burgess in one interview by noting that he has certainly been making waves on the internet. Atwood also noted that we've had so much interest in this one and promised to get down with some crazy things that Courtney has personally experienced. Oh shit. Whoa. I wonder if Sean Atwood has a stake. I'm sure he's going to talk about this on his channel. What are they going to do to him? He's in the UK. Like, they can't really go after Sean Atwood, right? Because otherwise, they probably would have been. If they included Banfield, or excuse me, News Nation here, they're not going to include, like, he's in the UK, right? I don't think he can do anything. Yes, to be an inmate, he knows all about these interviews. Oh my God. Yeah, well, Vicky, the feds, the legal team, you know what? Everybody. Hell, my mom's been watching and she don't even dig into this stuff. Don't tell me Mr. Diddy has videos of Courtney, for fuck's sake. I don't know. You can't. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how come he hasn't been added? I mean, he could have. I don't know. Not that I want that to happen. Please note that. I'm just saying, like, it makes you wonder who hasn't been added and why certain people have not been added to this. But here's the deal, y'all. First of all, if I ever thought Diddy was gonna, I never thought Diddy would have gone to this length. Okay, this is strategic. That's all we can say, right? Right? Let's keep reading this, okay? Let's keep reading this. Atwood also noted that we've had so much interest in this and promised to get down with some crazy things that Courtney has personally experienced. Oh man. On broadcast, Burgess falsely claimed that Miss Porter enlisted the help of a music industry mutual acquaintance to put her files in Burgess's hand. Specifically, Burgess claimed that this individual called Burgess and told him, I got something for you. Kim told me to give you something. She's got something she wants you to work with. Burgess went on to claim, again falsely, that the same individuals later met Burgess in New York and delivered to him the first of several flash drives containing the memoirs and videos that Miss Porter supposedly intended for him to have, even according to Burgess, Miss Porter had no more than a passing acquaintance with Burgess. Yeah, why? Think about it. If we were to believe any of this lie, why would they pass this on to, like, why Courtney Burgess? Like, why you? And it's the same with the other guy, guy that he's kind of like the herpes, you don't go away. What is his name? I know I'm being messy right now, but I mean it because he literally doesn't go away. He literally like emails a lot of people to try to like get on people's shows and channels. And he's the one that wrote the book or something like that. What is his name? He's like the herps. The man doesn't go away. He's always cleaning it. Thank you, baby K. Yeah, that one. That one. And that's just putting it nicely because I think he's trash in my opinion. But yeah, okay, yes, that one. I thought those two were in cahoots with Ariel. Like I thought something was going on there, so it makes you wonder. Listen, I'm sorry. Yes, I did call the man a walking STD. I'm sorry. It's just like, I'm like, you just all over the place and you're suspect and you always been hitting people on the emails and it's kind of weird and creepy. So just, it's weird. Okay. Kim, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't done as much damage as Courtney does. I don't know. That's a good question though. It's a lot of other people that I'm wondering why they haven't also added to this, but maybe Maybe it's expensive and they're going by the heavy hitters. Maybe they're going by the people that they have felt have really hurt them reputationally, at least Diddy. Mm-hmm. 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 Rabbit, don't apologize. Don't apologize. The truth hurts walking as I'm just saying, like it's just like he's all over the place, you know. That's what I'm gonna say. All right. Yeah, all the time, Queen, all the time. That's why I he just does interviews and I'm like, why? Why would you? But hey, whatever. Okay, let me keep reading this, all right? I'm just laughing because y'all. Anyways, let me stop. So during the interview, Atwood posted still images that his co-host Tommy Scoville. Tommy's in here too? Hey, shout out to the lifeboat. Tommy, during the interview, Atwood posted still images that his co-host, Tommy Scoville, and Burgess insinuated had come from the videos that Burgess falsely claimed Kim Porter had provided to him. Oh my God. Listen, Tommy's probably going to talk about it. He just had an exclusive. I think I saw it at his channel. Tommy's in there. They just mentioned Tommy. I'm saying, it's the first time I'm reading this. Oh my God. And Burgess insinuated had come from the videos that Burgess falsely claimed Kim Porter had provided to him. They describe one as depicting Justin Bieber, a famous recording artist, kissing an unidentified male. Atwood asked, "Is this picture legit?" Burgess responded, "Yes, definitely." Scoville ventured a guess as to the identity of the unidentified male, speculating that it's one of those music executives or execs, because, allegedly a lot of those guys, I mean, that's why they're in there. They're weirdos like the rest of them. Having labeled all music industry executives as weirdos, Scoville then asked Burgess, hold up. Oh, man. Oh, no. They got him on the quote where he said that that all music execs are weirdos. It's in the lawsuit. I mean, it's an opinion. I'm just saying. I think all the music execs can be weirdo. That's an opinion. All right, we all got opinions. They're like assholes, right? But they literally added that to the lawsuit. That's the funny part, yo. Oh my God. Let's keep reading this. If Tommy wants a career in the music industry, he just shot his opportunity. He ain't gonna make it. Tommy, I'm sorry, you're not gonna make it to the music industry because you just killed your opportunity right there. You called all these execs weirdos. That's it. That's all. All right. Yeah, that's protected speech. That's an opinion. I don't know why they added that there, but whatever. All right, let's keep going. Scoville then asked Burgess, "How freaked out were you the first time you got a look at some of the images? Shocker or what?" Burgess responded that he was freaked out because my daughter was a listener of Justin Bieber. You understand? Oh, freaked out because my daughter was a listener of Justin Bieber. You understand? Burgess stated that Bieber was a child at the time. Burgess characterized Bieber as a victim who loved being treated like that. And that's what happens sometimes when you're a kid. Burgess went on to compare Mr. Combs to Lucifer, claiming that Mr. Combs, like Lucifer, destroys bodies. He destroys careers. He could get you where you want to be at, but you're going to give up the back end. Oh my God. Hold up. Burgess went on to compare Mr. Combs to Lucifer, claiming that Mr. Combs, like Lucifer, destroys bodies. He destroyed careers. He could get you where you want to be at, but you're going to give up the back end. The choice of words. That's what he said. I know, beautiful messy ball. Like, I wasn't expecting this. Well, Jason, that's an understatement. Like, that's a I'm laughing at y'all. You guys are making me laugh in the comments because this is too much. I don't know, Educo. That's the question. Was this written by Diddy or was this written by the lawyers? Because I would imagine as a lawyer having to write somebody say you're going to give up the back end. Like, what in the law school professional mess is this? Yes, and that's what they said. This is too much. Yo, I'm gonna get demonetized. Can y'all do me a favor? Support the channel by hitting the damn like button. Hit the like button, okay? All right. Thank you. don't be like we don't even have enough people here to really, like crazy. I gotta let me breathe a little bit because I was not ready to read that part. All right. Oh man. Burgess, Atwood, and Scoville. And by the way, is that protective speech before we even continue to call this? I mean, could he say that you have to give up their back end? Is he saying that as a fact or is that like an opinion? I don't know. Who else said the back end? Wasn't Ray J the one who said that you have to give up your back end too? Ray J said it first. Just like he hit it first, he said it first. You said Niger it's a script from a comedy show. It's something else. But let me just say, I clearly I missed that part of the show. I didn't watch that part. But hey, let's keep reading. Kim over here needs help. Somebody go help out Kim. Oh man. Burgess, Atwood, and Scoville also commented on an images that appeared to depict Mr. Combs with his arm around an adult woman's shoulder, despite the absence of any indication in the image of any untowards conduct. Burgess suggests that the woman was underage. I think she's about 18 right there. She looks about 18. Following up on Burgess' comment, Scoville falsely suggests that the photograph evidenced sexual misconduct with minors. Yeah, it's just it's disturbing how the number of people who appear to be underage and all these things. I think that's probably what we're going to see on these superseding indictments. It's got to be, man. It keeps coming back to the underage thing again and again. It's terrifying. See, when you that was that comment right there, I would have an issue with, okay? Because here he's saying, I think she's about 18. And anything following after that, I'd be like, well, I mean, she looks like she's 18. However, to assert that they're going to be underage, I mean, that could be a thing that they're looking at. Like you made an assertion here. Did it show her age on the photos? Did it say anything? We don't know. So I don't know. And I guess this was in their live when they did that. Thank you. Thank you, Iron Rabbit. Thank you. Thank you for the 5 membership. Shout out to you, Iron Rabbit, helping to offset the demonetization. Thank you, love. Shout out to everybody. If you've been blessed by Iron Rabbit, put a heart in the chat. Okay. Thank you, Iron Rabbit. You're amazing. I appreciate it. Don, thank you for being a member for 10 months. I'm laughing so hard. I'm falling out of my chair. I wasn't expecting this. You know what I mean? I saw. Craig, and that's a great question. Out of all the channels in the world, why that channel? How many channels has Burgess been on that he's done interviews? He didn't go to Popcorn Planet. I don't think he has at all. I mean, I don't know. I think, and I don't want to speak for Popcorn Planet, but I'm thinking that Andy would have probably spoken on this right away, right now, if anything. So I don't think he would have went there. I don't remember seeing him there. Where else did Burgess go to? I just 4 or 5, Baby K. Like who? Who did he go to? Because I only remember Atwood. Where else did he go? As much as I hate to say this, your documentary is a pivotal reason for the lawsuit. Your commentary is, why did I say documentary? Your commentary is a pivotal reason for the lawsuit. My commentary? Call me Vicky. My commentary? Are you accusing me of this lawsuit? Please don't do that. Don't do that to me. No, I don't think he went. Was Burgess on Popcorn Planet? I remember Toad on Popcorn Planet, but not Burgess. But let me know. I feel like you've seen 3. Let me know how many y'all find, because I don't remember that many. But anyways, I could be wrong. I wasn't really looking. I thought the man was a clown. You know what I mean? That's all. Okay. It says, I think that's okay. Well, I read that part where he's making that quote about the underage thing. Burgess and Schofield's. I thought it was Scoville. They gave Tommy two different last names, Scoville and Schofield. It's Scoville. Burgess and Scoville statements about these images on the Atwood Unleashed broadcast were specifically and maliciously intended to convince viewers falsely that Burgess possessed and Atwood and Schofield had seen evidence that Mr. Combs had engaged in sexual abuse of celebrities and minors, even though they knew those claims were false when they made them. Okay. So basically, by doing a whole little video live and stuff like that, by showing these pictures that we don't even know these people's ages, right? They just, I guess they assumed that they were minors because that's what Courtney was saying. Okay. Somehow that led out to like there being defamation. Now, I will say this as a YouTuber, in my opinion, it was like anytime that I talk about Courtney or I've talked about another person that's in that camp that goes to that channel, all the time, like the Jaguar Rights and stuff like that, or the Mishas, or, I have people that will come into my comments and they want to fight me over the things that has been spilled over there, when I'm like, I don't believe that that's the case. That's not my opinion. And if I push back, I get a lot of like pushback from folks about it. And that's fine. That's your guys' opinion. But at the end of the day, like, this is that example of put up or shut up at this point, because this is what's going to happen. And I'm probably be more channels out there. We don't know. Hell, tomorrow it could be another channel for we don't know. Right? So keep that in mind. Okay. Let's see. Where else did we live off? So, Burgess, Scoville statements that about these images about children, yada, yada, yada. Hold up. We read that. Okay. On the same broadcast, Burgess insinuated falsely that talking about Mr. Combs and the fake memoir and videos put him in danger for his life. Burgess also described his efforts to market the fake Porter memoir on Amazon.com, which he initially gave the ghoulish title Kim's Lost Words. After the book was denounced by Miss Porter's family and others as a fake, Amazon pulled the volumes from its website. As fake, Amazon pulled his volumes from the website, which I'm glad that it did. Subsequently, Burgess marketed another equally false and defamatory version of the book titled Kim Porter Tell It All on a different website, www.jamalmillwood, again with the jamalmillwood.com. Burgess described the second version as an R-rated in contrast to the earlier PG version of the fake memoir. That fake memoir was not PG, because I read some of it and I said no. Like, some of this shit was it was not PG whatsoever. Mitchell is a civil litigator at her named law firm. Hold up. Okay, wait. Sorry, I skipped a line. Upon information and belief, sometime on or around September 2024, Burgess contacted Mitchell seeking to team up with the lawyer in the attempt to legitimize and or profit from this outrageous lies. Okay. Mitchell is a civil litigator. On her firm's website, she boasts that her practices focus on high-profile cases, including claims of sexual assault perpetrated by a celebrity. In or around 2021, Mitchell brought a lawsuit against plaintiff and the celebrity musician Trey Songz. Yeah, I remember that one. That's how I knew about Ariel, because of Trey Songz. Okay. Trey Songz on behalf of a woman claiming sexual assault by Trey Songz. In 2022, a witness in that lawsuit testified that Mitchell tried to bribe her to lie about witnessing the purported assault and being assaulted herself. In or around 2022, Mitchell brought a $20 million lawsuit against the rapper Chris Brown. Oh, they're going to bring this Chris Brown stuff. We just talked about Chris Brown this morning in the different lawsuit. Check out the video. That video didn't get any love from you guys. Go check it out, okay? After Brown posted a series of text messages and voicemails reflecting a consensual relationship with the plaintiff, Mitchell withdrew. She did. She dropped her client, and that was interesting too, okay? In the summer of 2024, Mitchell filed lawsuits against plaintiff on behalf of an adult entertainer who alleged that she had been sex trafficked by Mr. Combs. After filing the lawsuit, Mitchell launched a media tour in which she repeatedly promoted herself as an authority on the federal grand jury investigation into Mr. Combs, including an interview with TMZ Live, during which Mitchell sat in front of a propped up copy of an issue of Vibe magazine with Mr. Combs on the cover, and represented that she would very shortly be in a position to comment on the investigation. Mitchell has brought at least 2 other lawsuits against Mr. Combs. To date, even though Mitchell has not served either of those lawsuits, she spoke about them extensively to the media. Yes, she did do that. She did do that. Like, she did interviews before she filed, and we were criticizing her about that here. Y'all remember that? Wait, what? Hold up. What y'all saying? Hold up. What do you mean? No. What? No. You're kidding, right? Hold up. No. I don't see anything. Where did you see that? Ann, let me know. Yo. Did that really happen? I don't want to repeat it. No, I don't see anything yet about that. Let me be very careful. That would be interesting. Okay. All right. And girl, you just made me stop my reading because I was like, what? I don't see nothing. That's thank you. I'm glad I didn't say it out loud. But let me say, if he lied, hey, Daddy's baby girl, I haven't seen you in a minute. Shout out to you, love. Listen, if he lied, I would think that that's what would happen, right? So we don't know. Girl, you just made my heart stop beating. I said, go, wait, I can't breathe. Oh my God. If he's lying, that could very well happen. Oh, yes, ma'am. If he's lying. Thank you. They have to pass a true bill or no true bill that allows the DA to indict. Like, the DA could come after him if there's a lie, right? If lies are detected. That's what I would think. Shout out to you. You've been on the bushes, girl. Well, shout out to you, love. Thank you for saying hello. The grand jury made Burgess turn over the tapes. That's all we know in the subpoena. That's it. Yeah, and they don't arrest. That's why I was like, but I did stop to read this, okay? Let's keep going because we're not done with this lawsuit, all right? In exchange for press appearance to discuss the allegations against Mr. Combs, Mitchell has demanded luxury accommodations, including first-class flights to New York City, a minimum 2-night stay at 4-star minimum hotels, on-site hair and makeup services, meals and snacks, and an unspecified material fee. She has insisted, moreover, that such interviews must occur in New York City. Wait a minute. Wait. She said, y'all, they flew her down and they gave her a 4-star hotel for these interviews and hair and makeup. The woman is good looking. I'll give you that. Listen, she may be questionable, but I can compliment a good looking woman. She's gorgeous. All right. Ariel Mitchell kid with her. What did she have the other day? That was designer thing, that if I were to buy, my outfit would be from like nothing, like a TJ Maxx for her. She looks like she's very high class. She's beautiful. So I'm gonna say that top-notch interview. She's cute. She only got the right lip color. She does. She's a cute looking woman. All right. I can recognize a beautiful woman. All right. Okay. So let's keep going. After Burgess engaged her, Mitchell continued peddling false claims to various media outlets. For example, in a television interview with News Nation upon information and belief at its studios in New York City. Okay. That was broadcast on or about September 27, 2024. Mitchell falsely stated that there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. She did say that. I do remember hearing that. Okay. Presumably referencing Burgess on, presumably referencing Burgess or one of his affiliates. Mitchell continued, one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of. I remember this. And to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it came out publicly. The catch and kill. Remember this? Before it became public knowledge. Mitchell described the request as a catch and kill and stated that Mr. Combs was in the tape with this other person. With this other person was, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs. Mitchell falsely confirmed that the video exists and that it's real and that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's the person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature. With no evidentiary support, the News Nation hosts, which I believe was Banfield, because it was another lady too. I'll have to go back and watch. Speaking about Mr. Combs, Home then said to Mitchell, it sounds like there's probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Mitchell falsely confirmed this and then further stated that based on her review of the supposed false evidence, it doesn't seem like the person knows they're being videotaped. It is like they're being recorded. So, wow. These statements were false. Mitchell never possessed pornographic images involving Mr. Combs, and any celebrity was never able to confirm the existence of such video of Mr. Combs. Well, does a video exist or not? Did she actually see anything? That's the question. Ariel, did you see something or did you not? That's the question. That's the $1 million question that we all have here. Is it just me? She should be able to answer this. What does she see? You know? What does she see? I'm just saying. Let's keep going. These statements were false. Mitchell never possessed pornographic images. Okay, we read that part. Involving Mr. Combs and any celebrity who were able to confirm the existence of such video of Mr. Combs was never in position to confirm any celebrity was recorded in any sex act with Mr. Combs and thus knew or recklessly disregarded that her statements were false when she made them. Okay. News Nation, upon information and belief, conducted no investigation before broadcasting the false allegations, though it easily could have done so. Mitchell, okay. So, could they really sue News Nation if she's coming in there and they're just giving an interview? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering about this. Mitchell also told News Nation on the broadcast about another client, a woman who alleged that Mr. Combs sexually assaulted her in Northern California in 2018. This client allegations are also false. Mitchell falsely represented that her client fabricated claims were corroborated, even though Mitchell knew they were not. Specifically, Mitchell falsely stated, we also have a police report that was made in 2018. I remember that. Later in that interview, the host repeated Mitchell's assertion, emphasizing about the purported police reports. You guys actually have one? The host then asked, are we going to be able to see it? Mitchell falsely confirms that she would produce a report. She answers the host, yes, as soon as I file my lawsuit in civil court, I'll be attaching the criminal complaint that was made. These statements in which Mitchell claimed to possess a police report corroborated her client's fabricated allegations were false, and Mitchell knew they were false when she made them. Roughly 2 weeks after the News Nation broadcast, Mitchell filed the lawsuit she had previewed. Contrary to her false assertions, the lawsuit did not attach any police report. That's true. She files this lawsuit. I remember this. She files a lawsuit, and the exhibits there is no police report. Okay? So if you're going to listen, very simple. Listen, I'm here to support the victims. This is important. But if you're a lawyer, is going to go on News Nation and say things like they have a police report and they're going to attach it to the court documents, I expect to see a police report in the court documents as part of the exhibits. Like, that's it. That's all. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all. I'm sorry, but like either you put up or shut up, because this is kind of where we're at right now. Think about it. You think that some of this stuff doesn't affect the actual victims that, victims out there? And and to me, Ariel, as well as Tony Busby, like a lot of these attorneys that have come forward and, say that they have supported their victims, I have to tell you guys, it just seems like, wait a minute. If you're really about supporting your victims, then why are you out here making social media and interview campaigns versus like actually being about supporting your victims? It does make them look off. It makes them look like ambulance chasers. And I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. But I will see how this goes. Let's keep reading, okay? Subsequently, the Walnut Creek Police Department denied having any involvement in the allegations made by Mitchell's client. The Contra Costa County Sheriff's Office released a statement that they had thoroughly investigated the accusations and determined the claims were unfounded. I remember this. That was from the recent interview that they did over there, okay? News Nation broadcast its September 27, 2024 interview with Mitchell without fact-checking Mitchell's false and injurious accusations. News Nations did not even reach out to Mr. Combs' representative for comments. Well, the comment has always been, my client denies the allegations, yada, yada, yada. It's always been the same generic comment that they always make everywhere. Burgess and Mitchell repeated false defamatory claims that Burgess possessed videos depicting Mr. Combs sexually assaulting celebrities, including minors, led to federal prosecutors to subpoena him to a grand jury sitting in New York, New York. Okay, y'all hear this? I need to know, even though I don't know if we'll ever have that information, but I do wonder what this looks like, okay? On the day he appeared, before the grand jury, excuse me. On the day he appeared before the grand jury, Burgess and Mitchell gave an interview on the courthouse steps. I remember that. During which they acknowledged the U.S. Marshals had visited his residence to ensure compliance with the subpoena. In this and subsequent press and social media appearances, Burgess and Mitchell continued to repeat false and defamatory claims that Burgess possessed videos depicting Mr. Combs sexually assaulting celebrities, including minors. Does Burgess have these tapes? Yes or no? Do they exist? If you are done with the stories, the back and forth, put a 1 in the chat. If you're done with this, like Burgess has to put up or shut up at this point. I'm sorry. Burgess is not a victim at all. Okay? You guys can argue with me about that. I mean, I'm just telling you. Y'all really believe that Courtney Burgess is a victim? No. He's not a Jane Doe, a John Doe, or nothing. He needs to put up or shut up. That's where we're at right now. Okay? Because it would be different to say Courtney Burgess was violated by Diddy. He's a John Doe. But that's not the case here. He literally came out of nowhere like a fart in the wind. And you're like, what the hell? Like, where did this guy come from? Okay. Nuda, that's a great question. How does this affect Diddy's case if she made this up? If he made this up, she made this up. I don't know. I mean, that would be stupid. You would think that somebody with a law license wouldn't be stupid enough to do all that. But I don't know, girl. Like, I do wonder about this. How does that affect them? What does it do? What does it mean? It's a great question. Okay, here it is. Subsequent press social media release, Burgess and Mitchell continue to repeat false and defamatory claims that Burgess possessed videos depicting Mr. Combs sexually assaulting celebrities, including minors. For example, on or about October 31st, 2024, Burgess and Mitchell appeared on News Nation's Banfield show upon information and belief at News Nation Studios in New York City, also broadcasted on YouTube. The host introduced the interview by announcing that Burgess just testified before the grand jury, before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence of Diddy's freak-offs and parties. His name is Courtney Burgess, and he says a friend gave him 11 flash drives that belonged to the late Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, and the mother of 4 of his kids. On those drives, the witnesses say 8 videos featured 8 celebrities at Diddy's freak-offs. or parties, and that 6 were male and 2 were female. Look at those details. Look at those details. Okay. And Steeler Princess, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Girl, you've been a member. Thank you for supporting my channel for 3 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep going. Listen, at this point, I wanna apologize to Tyrone Blackburn because I thought Tyrone Blackburn was doing the most. No, these two are doing the most. These two are doing the most. Tyrone Blackburn right now, he sat down. He's like, I'm gonna sit down and eat my food because I've been on timeout for 2024, and it might continue to 2025. Yeah, but he's been doing good. He's not going on social media like all these people. Mm-mm. Mm. The host went on to note that because the 8 people in the videos, the 8 celebrities in the videos were allegedly victims of sex crime, we know who they are, but we will not be naming them, famous or not. This is an interesting statement because it was said that News Nation knew. I remember this. And this is third, fourth party information, so please note, like, I'm gonna say allegedly, all right, but I believe I heard, in my opinion, I believe I heard that some of the people, especially bloggers and the News Nation folks, knew who were on the tapes, but wouldn't release who were on the tapes. So who else watched these tapes? Do these tapes exist? This statement was false, and News Nation hosts knew it. False, or at minimum, recklessly disregard whether the statements were true or false because she had never seen such tapes because they do not exist. Huh. Okay. During the broadcast, Burgess and Mitchell confirmed that Burgess had been subpoenaed to a federal grand jury in Manhattan. In response to the host's questioning, Burgess falsely stated that all 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, 2 to 3, possibly 3, appeared to be minors. All appeared inebriated and all appeared, to be honest, were victims of assaults. Burgess also repeated this false statement about the fake memoir. The host asked, "Do you know if the notes from the book really were from Kim Porter?" Burgess responded, "Yes, because I spoke to her probably like 6 hours before I got it and received it." My goodness. In another interview, Burgess claimed that the federal law enforcement seized the flash drives from his home. This too was false. Burgess claimed that the federal law enforcement seized the flash drives from his home. This too was false. On October 7, 2024, Mitchell also falsely claimed that she had done research indicating that baby oil may be used as a conduit from transmitting drugs mixed into the oil to another person for the purposes of incapacitating them. Mitchell suggests, moreover, that Mr. Combs did this to one of her clients, mixed drugs with baby oil, doused her client with it, thereby lowering her defense. That statement was a lie. Mitchell performed no such research, and even if she had, there's no scientific basis for asserting that baby oil could be infused with drugs to incapacitate anyone. Let me know about that, y'all. Let me know about that, because there's a lot of people who said that you could do it. I don't know. I'm just reading the lawsuit. I wasn't there. I'm just reading the lawsuit. That's it. Again, Mitchell knew or should have known that her statements were false when she made them. Mitchell made statements throughout the interview that were ambiguously intended to convince viewers not only that Burgess was telling the truth, but also that she had independently corroborated his claims and was vouching for him. Mitchell made similar statements and or about the same day on Banfield YouTube broadcast. During a separate interview, she and Burgess gave outside of the federal district court in Manhattan. In that interview, the reporter asked, "I know you can't mention celebrities per se. Did you did mention some in the interview. So just to clarify, can you back up what the actual factual footage?" Mitchell responded, "We have, yeah, it's things that we have." Mitchell intended the statement to convince viewers that Burgess' false claims about Combs were true, even though she knew or recklessly disregarded at the time that his claims were false. In her shameless pursuit for the spotlight, Mitchell repeated these known lies in a documentary, The Making of a Boy Band, that aired on NBC streaming platform Peacock. That documentary, people gave it a lot. Listen, if you know Diddy's story, I'm tired of watching documentaries that retell the stories that we already knew, that's already been put out there. You have Peacock, you have TMZ, you have other people that are doing these documentaries. And it's like, I'm so done. I'm so done. Okay. In that documentary, Mitchell endorsed the lucrative allegation of her client Burgess, stating that Burgess has done interviews where he purported to own several flash drives that included sex tapes and 8 distinct individuals, including an A-list celebrity and Diddy, all engaged in sex. He believed that these people were intoxicated and they may not have known that they were being recorded, then explicitly endorsing Burgess's known lies as truth. Mitchell added, and Courtney ultimately handed over the video to the federal government. Did he hand over videos or not? Did he hand over videos or not? That's what I want to know. These statements were completely false. Mitchell knew these statements were false because no such videos were turned over to the government because no such videos exist. Now I'm pissed. Did he hand videos over to the government or not? When he was how do we confirm that? Because all of that is secret. Oh my goodness. And it keeps going and it keeps going. Hold up. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Oh my God. In her shameless pursuit, we read this part, yada, yada, yada. Mitchell did not stop there. She continued to lend credence to Burgess's lies, asserting that Combs took those tapes, which she knew did not exist, so he could yield power over the purported subjects. It was to advance his influence and power because I know I have them on video where I can say, I'm going to take this to your wife, and I'll take this to your husband, and I'll take this to the public, and I'll ruin you if you don't do this for me. During the interview and making of a boy band, Mitchell shamelessly promoted herself as a lawyer who has filed several cases against Sean Combs for sexual assault and asserted with no basis in fact, with utter disregard for the truth that Combs is a man who has done awful things to hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Defendant eagerly peddle these lies to enrich themselves. Burgess has profited from his fake Kim Porter memoir, which prior to being pulled from the Amazon website, briefly rose to the top of its bestseller list. Yes, it did. I never bought it, thank God. Burgess' willingness to profit from the fabricated memoir proves that he's callously indifferent to the emotional distress of Miss Porter's children and has nothing but contempt for the feelings Miss Porter's extended family and many friends who were heartbroken by her untimely death. Mitchell has also sought to profit from her false and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs. Mitchell has seized every opportunity to promote herself in the media and has insisted on valuable benefits and payments in exchange for interviews, including first-class air travel, 4-star hotels at accommodation, hair makeup allowances, material fee. This is repeat from what was said earlier. Demand letter sent on behalf of one of her clients who sued Mr. Combs. News Nation has likewise profited from repeating and amplifying Burgess's and Mitchell's lies, drawing viewers and promoting its programming based on wholly unsubstantiated lies that has been revealed as false. Had News Nation conducted even the most modest fact-checking, defendants made false and defamatory statements about Mr. Combs, knowing that they were false with reckless disregard for falsity. Defendants made false statement and defamatory statements in bad faith. Okay. And to damage reputation, I'm not going to reread that. Let's repeat it from earlier. Defendant had no faith base of claiming that Mr. Burgess. Defendants had no good faith basis for claiming that Mr. Burgess' possession of videos Mr. Combs involved in sexual assault of anyone. Burgess purportedly purposely made up the videos and told heinous lies about Mr. Combs, and Mitchell and News Nation either knew that Mr. Burgess claims were false or made no effort to verify the truth. That's true. What has been what efforts? Just because you've been subpoenaed doesn't mean that you are proven to be accurate. Like, it doesn't mean that you're telling the truth about any of this. You know, you said prove you aren't on those tapes, Diddy. How do you even prove that? Like, where are the tapes? That's the question that I have. Who's got the tapes? Shout out to Kraken. As a result of defendants' malicious lies, Mr. Combs has suffered significant reputational and economic harm. I don't know about that, but okay. Like, let's stop, okay? You, in my opinion, put himself in this. But that's just my opinion. People who heard and believe defendants' lies have accused Combs on social media that he is consumed by hundreds of millions of viewers each day, every day, of being a monster, a pedophile. Moreover, many viewers on social media posts in which defendants' falsehoods are published and republished, post harassing and threatening messages against Mr. Combs. The unrelenting tide of negativity, of negative publicity, and threatening social media posts resulting from defendants' lies have caused and will continue to cause Mr. Combs severe reputational harm. Defendants' intentionally false and defamatory statements has also poisoned the minds of the overwhelming majority of the individuals residing in the Southern District of New York who might qualify for jury service and potentially sit on the jury in Mr. Combs' trial beginning May 2025. Thus, in addition to all the harms resulting from defendants' unlawful statements, they have also deprived him of any meaningful opportunity for a fair trial on the government's charges against him. So these are the actions. I'm not going to read these actions, but that is it. And the attorney, Michael, Tremont, and he is an attorney out of New York. Okay. And this is a civil lawsuit. And wow. Where do you guys land? Let me know. What's everybody saying? Let me know what you guys think, because that was a mouthful. Let me just say, see, what had happened was, I don't know, girl. What had happened was something had happened. Listen, I don't know. I'm just reporting on the lawsuit. Here's a question. This all took place in November. Why now? Why are they filing this over 3 months later? Guess Diddy was bored counting the spots on. Yeah, I mean, I know Diddy is buying a suit because he can't file motions to be released out of bail. I mean, I'm just saying that's what I would have done if I wouldn't have applied for bail. But then again, I'm not behind bars, so I don't know what that looks like or feels like over there, So to each his own. But I do have to wonder about all of this. You know what I mean? Like, what is all of this? What does this all mean for anybody? What now? What now? And what about the platforms that he went on, that Burgess went on? But guys, like, this is kind of where I'm at. And I told you guys this months ago, and I got a lot of hate for it. A lot of people unsubscribe. That's my question. It's like, guys, like, put up or shut up. Like, I'm sorry. This is kind of where we're at. We're at this point where if we want to hold people accountable to the things that they say, then we also need to, like, understand that people come up here and say a bunch of things. But if you don't got something to show for it, how many people did Courtney? A lot of people believe Courtney. A lot. Even till this day. For me, I didn't believe shit at all. Benson, but do you believe Courtney? Let me know. I don't. Do these tapes exist? At least listen, not the ones that are there. I'm talking about, do the tapes that Courtney Burgess said that he had, these thumb drives, flash drives, whatever, do they exist? Are they there? Are they real? You said, how can he put up or shut up is quite Here's my deal, Kraken. Now, that's a good question, but let me tell you what is the problem that I'm saying. This is the thing. I had an issue with Courtney from the jump because a man sat there and did a bunch of interviews talking about he's sitting on kitty corn and been sitting there for quite some time and didn't report it because he's no snitch. On kitty corn. You know what I mean? And it's literally corn. So then you mean to tell me you sat with these tapes for this long and you didn't do shit? And now that you're being asked, did he actually turn in tapes? What did he turn into the grand jury? That's the question. Because the person here that's writing this lawsuit is saying there are no tapes. So is there an insider here? Somebody's not telling the truth. Something's going on. You know? That's the question. What did he turn in? If he turned something in, what did he turn in? I question everything. I don't see with my two eyes. And even then I question it all. I do. What did he turn in? No, they wouldn't have. Everything is sealed. Everything is everything is. That's it. It's quiet. There's nothing. So what did he turn in? For all we know, did he turn anything in? What if it wasn't even anything? What if it was a bunch of videos from the internet that we've already seen? What do we know that he turned in? That's my question. What did he turn in? And the thing is we're never going to get an answer because we're not privy to that information. You said he did turn in. This is manipulation to get the feds to give him a tape. I don't know. Craig, and I got to push back on that one because I don't know if I believe. What did he turn in? We will never know if he did turn in anything. Kraken, to me, Courtney is somebody who literally attached himself to this for no reason. The minute that he lied about being part of Tupac, he said he wrote or he music produced a song for Tupac. We searched that and it's not true. Why does he have to lie? What in the lies that he tells, we can easily debunk them. That's the thing. People are saying something, and I will say this, News Nation did say that they saw something. Did they see something? What did they see? That they were aware that some stuff was going around. If information is sealed, here's my question. Will we ever know the truth about anything? No. Because he could say it's everything is sealed and there's nothing there to prove that he's lying, that he's telling the truth or not telling the truth. You said that's the proof. That's the point. It's all the proof or nothing. If there's nothing, Diddy Combs has more ammo to say that this is all false. If it's true, did the camp get to see the evidence ahead of trial? That's the question. That's my question. Will we ever know? And so then what, say that something were to happen and they say, well, this man lied to the grand jury. I mean, that could happen too. I don't know. We'll find out. Listen, at this point, I'm just going to say this. I don't trust anybody, and I ask questions about everything. I think we have every right to be skeptical of everything. You know what I mean? Ask questions. Many, many questions. He could be a plant. All of these truth tellers could be plants too. All right? All the Mishas and the this and the that, they could all be plants. We don't know. They're not walking around with a plant. That's for sure. That was after Iron Rabbit. That was after. So he was subpoenaed and then News Nation brought him in. But wait, the ones with News Nation was after. The ones with Sean Atwood was before. So he did he was sitting down with Sean Atwood and he said all the stuff. And then that's when the people came knocking to the door. I don't know, y'all. This is crazy. This is my thing from the jump. All these attorneys and all these random folks with evidence doing a podcast was going to turn muddy the waters. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but hey. Y'all let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm not right about everything. Listen, I'm not. I just be saying stuff on the internet. I'm just a little person that says things. I value your guys' opinion, especially if it's different, but I have a lot of questions about a lot of this. This lawsuit was very interesting. Let me say I was not expecting all that. But if I was Diddy and I'm trying to, if I'm Diddy, I'm going to Diddy. I'm going to do what I got to do, but at the same time, I'm also feeling some type of way about the attorney, Courtney. I'm not a fan of Courtney Burgess. From the jump, I was not a fan. I felt like the man lied. He just lied. And there's others in that camp that lie too, that attach themselves, the Jaguar Rights and all these other people. I'm sorry, you guys. And y'all may get mad at me for saying that, but I believe it. I believe that these all people are liars. You know what I mean? And that's my opinion. Y'all may not believe it, but it's from what I've seen. Okay? I got to let you guys go. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen. Yvette, you're not the only one. I honestly believe Diddy hired them, which is people have said this too. Listen, you said it was brought out on the back end. Baby K, why you got to take us there again? Baby K said the back end. That part I had to reread because I was not expecting that. I missed that part on that little tell-all. That back end. Yo, shout out to Iron Rabbit. Iron Rabbit. Iron Rabbit's like, Rabbit, I know you're gonna get demonetized. I hope this offsets Thank you, Iron Rabbit, for your support. I appreciate you. I was not Katie put some back end emojis in there. Look with the twerk. No. I gotta go, y'all. You said back end voice. Stop. I couldn't do it, y'all. Yeah, and I try to really be serious, and you guys got me laughing too much. You guys have a great one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hit the like button. Bye, guys.